Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to the Film and TV channel. And today we have a film review. It's a horror thriller, about 98 minutes long, with probably about 92-minute runtime. And we're going to have a look at a film called Sun. Please, if you're new to the channel, please push that subscribe button. If you enjoy what you see, please push that notification button. You know, these vlogs are coming out. I do these film reviews, I do TV drama reviews, information vlogs, what's out to buy, what's on at the cinema, lots of different things. The odd quiz thrown in every now and then, so please check the playlist for anything to do with film and TV. And you'll also see some stuff on my football team, Manchester City, as well. So if that's of any interest, or you know someone who might be interested, please point them in my direction. I do City Pass, City Present stuff, City quizzes, City magazine, vlogs, lots of different things on Manchester City, my team. So if that's of any interest, if it's not, well, this is film and TV today. So we're going to have a look at this film. Please, any followers or friends you're after, please, if you're after new ones, you started out or you've got a new account or whatever, seek me out. The links are on screen. I do follow and friend everyone back. I do check every 2 or 3 days, so do that on there. And all comments on this film or anything to do with film and TV, just leave your comments. It's great to hear from you. And of course, if you don't have time to give us a comment, just give us a little thumbs up now. Just it's nice to get views, but it's nice to get thumbs up as well. Right, Sun, 98 minutes, a horror thriller directed and written by Ivan Kavanagh. Stars Andi Matichak, Emile Hirsch, Luke David Blum, Cranston Johnson and Blaine May. And I think it's a collaboration between an Irish stroke USA production, this one. What's it about? Well, after a mysterious group of individuals breaks into Laura's home and attempts to steal her 8-year-old son, David, the two of them flee town in search of safety. But soon after the failed kidnapping, David becomes extremely ill, suffering from increasingly sporadic psychosis and convulsions. Following her maternal instincts to save him, Laura commits unspeakable acts to keep him alive. But soon she must decide how far she is willing to go to save her son. I watched the trailer. It's a good trailer. Watched the trailer. Yeah, it was a very good trailer. Certainly drags you in. It makes you think, oh, I'll watch that. Yeah, so I'm going to give the trailer a 6.5 out of 10. And a couple of good bits in the film are in the trailer, so I do warn you about that. I watched the trailer after the film, so it might be advisable to do that if you fancy that. If you fancy this, because or watch the trailer and then don't do anything for a week and then you might forget. But yeah, a couple of bits I liked were in the trailer, which sort of ruins it a little bit. But as I say, I watched the trailer afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. But it ruined the trailer. Rotten Tomatoes. Is it any good? Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a approval, positivity rating of 71%. That's based on 28 critics, but it's only averaging 5.9 out of 10, so just below that 6 watchable mark. But it did get 20 fresh and 8 rotten reviews, so that's not too bad. Not a total disaster. Metacritic, there's not many critics who've left reviews on there. There's only 3, so I can actually read all 3 out to you and what you say. Dennis Harvey, Variety, he gave it 5 out of 10. He was the lowest mark, and he said, Sun never quite binds its tricky episodic story into persuasive or gripping whole. Yeah, it does have a feel of an episodic thing. I think they could have turned it perhaps into a sort of mini series and added a few bits to it, etc. But yeah, I don't disagree with that. Los Angeles Times Noel Murray, he gave it 6 out of 10, so he did like it a little bit better, and said Kavanagh and Matichak do a remarkable job of capturing an amped-up version of everyday parental paranoia. This is ultimately a movie about a woman who loves a child so intensely that she becomes irrational and dangerous. Well, it's a mother, isn't it? Mother and child. Screen Rant Deborah Priya Dutta gave it 7 out of 10, so liked it very much. Upholding genre tropes while subverting them, Sun is an unsettling fever dream drenched in unspeakable acts that leave viewers on the edge until the end. Yeah, not quite, but yeah, I know what she's getting at, or he's getting at. I think it's she. I'm not too sure. My apologies. Anyway, Internet Movie Database. Yeah, what are they saying? Joe Public, you, me, the normal people. Normal-ish, anyway. 5.6 out of 10. So again, just below that watchable score. That's based on 1,652 reviews and scores left. I just picked out 3 little things from that: the good, the bad, and the meh. The good. be in the mood for long story development, then you will enjoy. And Molly Flower, this is from, gave it 7 out of 10 on the 3rd of April 2021. She said, some people may find this movie slow to start. I thought that was the best bit, to be honest with you. You have to be in the mood to watch the story develop, as I was aware before watching. Therefore, I enjoyed it, but I can see why not all people will. I enjoyed that. It was a bit of a satanic movie with twists and turns along the way. The kid actor played his part well, and the ending was good. The Bad, Yusuf Biskin, on the 2nd of March 2021, headlined his comment, "What is this?" with a question mark. Emile Hirsch doesn't seem to want to act in the movie. The sound in the movie is very bad, not even heard. What keeps a whole movie alive? Luke David Blum. Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought the sound was fine. Sometimes depending what people are watching it on, perhaps they get affected by the sound. There's certainly no problem with the sound on the version I saw. I do agree with the Emile Hirsch, though. He was a bit laid back in this. I'm not too sure what he was doing. And the meh, they're not bad but done before, said Delou Vane on the 12th of March 2021. Sun is worth a watch. It's good enough to keep you entertained for the entire movie. The story itself isn't new. In fact, it hasn't been done a lot before, but that doesn't mean it wasn't entertaining. The horror scenes were not that frequent, but the ones that were all bloody and well made. It's all more suggestive horror, but the sound isn't bad, and that helped creating a dark ambience. So you had good sound like me. As for the cast, it was all good enough to see they know what they're doing. Sun isn't bad, but it has that little deja vu feeling. Yeah, I would totally agree with that. It has a lot of these sort of style and storylines, plots of films. There was a lot we've seen before on this one, especially old people, old blokes like me and old girls like, you know, of my age would have seen this many times before. Yeah, my little thoughts. Yeah, a couple of early jump scares. As I said, 1 or 2 of them were in the trailer as well. Sort of dragged me in quite early doors. I did enjoy it. But sadly, it didn't really keep my interest all the time, and it certainly didn't blow me away with anything new by any means. Reviews are a bit all over the place. There's a lot of positives, a lot of 10 out of 10s, and there's a lot of 1 out of 10s, so I ignore those anyway. So yeah, a bit inconsistent with the reviews. What really let it down for me, I think, was just the last third of the movie. I just thought it was a little bit of a letdown compared to the first 2/3 of the movie. Things aren't fully explained. Yeah, we can make assumptions. We can put 2 and 2 together and make 4. Of course we can. But I wouldn't mind. This is why I thought it had that episodic feel to it. I thought I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a backstory. We do get a little bit, but not too much of what went on. We have to, obviously, we see glimpses of what happened and put all the stuff together, which is fair enough. But I just thought they could have built on it a little bit and built the tension and the excitement in the film, because there was a little bit of repetitivity with the action, actually the present day action as it went along, unfortunately. Yeah, but despite this, the 90-odd minute run time did sort of go quick, so that's not a bad sign, is it? If that sort of happens, that usually means it's okay. And there are a couple of good twists that 1 or 2 I didn't see coming, which, you know, I say I didn't see what they were there, even though they probably telegraphed a couple of them, but I missed them anyway. But by the end, it's really just a bit of a shrug of the shoulders, a bit of a meh for me as well. We've seen it all before, but we've seen it all done slightly better, and it certainly won't particularly live long in my memory, which is a shame, as it did entertain for a lot of its runtime. So summarising, some good bits, but could have been a lot better. And just as that guy said before, a bit of a deja vu on stuff we've seen before. So my little rating, I mean, the first 2/3 of the film, I would probably give 6.5 out of 10 for the first 2/3 of the film. I quite enjoyed it, but the last third, it sort of run out of steam a little bit. As I say, I wanted a little bit more back information, etc. Not too much of us just having to join the dots, which was easy to do. It wasn't overly complicated, but I just thought it didn't build the tension enough for me. It was just sort of, you know, it should have sort of built to a climax. It didn't really do it. So, and the scares as well, the scares are quite few and far between as the movie moved on, unfortunately. So I'll give the second or the last third of the film, I only score it about 4.5 out of 10. So overall, I'm going to split the difference, obviously, between 6.5 and 4.5. And if you're mathematically minded like me, I'm going to go for a 5.5 out of 10, which is my sort of just underwatchable, but I certainly won't put anyone off who just wants to watch a simple horror that, you know, just have it on, perhaps have it in the background while doing some other things. You can enjoy it and just watch certain things. And they say there are a couple of jump scares in it, a couple of harrowing scenes that are quite cleverly done. So yeah, I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. The poster, yeah, you've seen the main poster there. It's a nice poster. It's a mother and a son, isn't it? But yeah, not overly exciting. Not much on that poster to drag you into the film, is there? So I'll just give the poster a 5 out of 10. So it was a 6.5 for the trailer, a 5.5 for the film, and a 5 out of 10 for the post. So let me know, if you get to watch this, what you thought of it. What would you rate? As I said, I'm not surprised by some high ratings. I'm not surprised by some low ratings. It depends how many of these types of film you've watched. You know, if you watched quite a few like me, it probably would get a lesser score. If you're fairly new to watching horrors and thrillers, then yeah, you probably enjoy it a lot more. Anyway, thanks for watching. Whatever you want to do this today, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Till we meet here again on the Film and TV channel. Perhaps have a flit across, have a look at my Citizen channel, my football channel, whatever it is. All I ever ask of everyone out there is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.